What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Aha. And we're back with still, arguably, my favorite Aha tune. People will know I've talked about this a number of times semi-recently, including when I reacted to Stay on These Roads, which, incidentally, I'm going to go back to the Unplugged album very soon. I'm going to finish off How Can I Sleep With Your Voice in My Head. I think there's only a couple tracks remaining. But when I did the reaction to Stay on These Roads from the Ending on a High Note concert from late 2010, and I saw that the next tune in the track list is Manhattan Skyline, there was only one next Aha reaction there could possibly be. Again, there's a number of tunes on this same level for me at the Pantheon table up on Aha's Mount Olympus, but this is probably still in the Zeus chair in the sense that I just absolutely love this track. I've listened to it more times, I would say, than any other Aha tune, even though a number of them I've now caned them, as they say across the pond. But yeah, ultimately, I just enjoy the composition. I love Morton's singing. I love the blending of the two different sides of the tune, the two different faces of the tune, if you will. And again, people who saw my reaction to the original will know that when the first transition happens into the heavier guitar-driven rocking part, I was stunned. I didn't even know. I was like, what is happening? Like, this is incredible, but I can't believe what I'm hearing given the way the tune started. So yeah, it's just a really special track. Indeed, a couple friends of the channel mentioned that this is probably their favorite Aha tune also. So yeah, just a brilliant tune. So again, thinking about it in the context of this concert, were I there, were I lucky enough to be an Aha fan at the time and, you know, able to get over there to attend this, I imagine this is the tune that would have really tested, you know, will I get emotional listening to it? And again, for people who've been fans of the group for, you know, multiple decades at that point and who were lucky enough to attend, like Jeff, I completely understand why this would have pushed them into a heavily emotional territory. But bottom line, I love this tune. Looking forward to hearing how it'll sound at this monumental concert in their history. So let's get to it as Luca sort of drifts in between awake and asleep. But here we go. Aha, Manhattan Skyline from the 2010 live performance ending on a high note, released in 2011.
We sit to watch umbrellas fly. I'm trying to keep my newspaper dry. I hear myself say, my boat's leaving now, so we shake hands and cry.
The synth bass is such a crucial ingredient. Melodic layer sounds even more harpsichordy. Oh, some vocal effects. It's like these sections feel a little more baroque.
My blood sweet from pain, the wind and the rain brings back the words of a song. And they say So I read to myself the chance of a lifetime to see new horizons. On the front page,
This sort of
black and white picture of
jukebox in the distance quality to this vocal effect I enjoy, or, you know, radio broadcast from space. Amazing. I love it. Again, a slightly different feel in the slower, more melodic sections. It felt just, as I said, a bit more baroque, like the harpsichord feel was a bit stronger, as well as the strings kind of blending with that. But yeah, it is the tune that I absolutely love. And yeah, I enjoyed a couple moments where I heard, you know, multiple people singing in the moment. I assume that was Mags, but I don't know. Obviously, it could be Paul. Either way, I enjoy when I hear more than just Morton sing on a tune. And yeah, it's just an amazing track. I enjoy the fact that at different, you know, concert tours, they've played these songs in different ways and reconfigured how they do some of them. I get it that, you know, maybe over time there'll be some songs that people don't quite enjoy now the way they do it compared to how they might have done it at previous concerts. You know, I can think of bands that I've been listening to for a long time, like a lot of punk bands who have changed the way they play some tunes. Sometimes I think for the better, other times it's still cool, but maybe my favorite version is an earlier version. So I do get that that will happen with individual tunes at these varying concerts over time. But, you know, again, even though this is long after the fact, more than a decade after this concert, and even though my fandom of a-ha only stretches back now, what, 7 months or something like that, I do feel like that I would be grateful for any track played in pretty much any way at a concert like this. It's like, you know, if this is really it, if this is, you know, their final hurrah, their last hurrah, then again, whatever you guys play and however you play it, I'm here for it. So yeah, just a really cool thing to be able to go through all of their music with all of you fine people, giving me information and perspective. But yeah, ultimately, you know, thinking about these different performances, and this one in particular, definitely more than the other ones, it just keeps hitting me how significant and consequential this must have been in the moment. And again, now knowing that they would come back and they've continued to make albums, multiple albums since that watershed moment, I still am trying to appreciate what it was in the time. So in any case, really fantastic. I'll probably go back to the unplugged one for the next reaction or two. At some point, I'm going to try to knock down the remaining couple tracks on How Can I Sleep With Your Voice in My Head. And at that point, we'll just keep going through the rest of this, including the second disc, as well as the rest of Unplugged, and then we'll be on to True North, which someone commented recently that it was just like, you know, a masterpiece of 2022 and a gift to all humankind, and I really enjoyed reading that. So I was already looking forward to it a great deal, but that comment just made me a bit more emotionally anticipatory. So yeah, really looking forward to it, as is Luca, who I believe is in full sleep mode now. You can see her mouth, she's actually dreaming or something. In any case, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.